Johnjay and Rich.
3710447 in the studio, comedian, actor Hal Sparks.
Hello.
Hello, Hal. If you want to try to, I'm sorry to tell my wife exactly who you were last night, and she knows exactly when I say, you know, you did Talk Soup for a while,
sure.
Queer as Folk. But Talk Soup, I was trying to get the rundown. Did it go Greg Kinnear, Aisha, you?
No, Greg Kinnear, John Henson.
John Henson.
Aisha.
Oh, you were after John Henson.
Yeah.
And Aisha was after both of them.
Yes.
You weren't. Did you not do it very long?
I did it for a year, and then Aisha came in, and they canceled it while she was doing it. By the way, through no fault of her own. At that point, the people who worked at E were trying to torpedo the show. They thought it was an old concept from other people, and they just wanted to murder it.
Oh, it's a great show.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's only once a week, and it's the Soup, and arguably there's 16 shows now that basically do the same thing. Tosh.0.
Yep.
Web Soup, arguably, is a better regular one. That's Chris Hardwick, and he's fantastic on it. I think I like Joel a lot, but I think you could have Chris on every day, and it'd be a great show.
But you went from Talk Soup to Queer as Folk.
Yeah.
And that was how long? That was on Showtime, right?
Yeah, 6 years, 5 seasons.
So.
So.
I watched it. I got kind of into it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was because I used to tell. I have a lot of gay friends. I was there and go, man, this show is fantastic.
Yeah.
But I love the gay lifestyle. I love that one guy in the supermarket that you had sex with in the shower. Really
the one
dude.
That's the Brian character basically was like the gay Borg on that show. He would just anybody he met, they would be having sex like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, that was the guy.
Is futile.
Why bother with the
that guy? I got so into that show. Like I thought it was Brian, not the character you played.
Michael.
You played Michael. Brian was the tall, really good-looking dude. I remember seeing him like in a Toyota commercial.
Wow.
Well, no, because I remember being like in love with that guy.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
He could have been like Brad Pitt. Like I thought he was going to go on to be a big, huge star. And then I saw him in a Toyota commercial. Did he do a Toyota commercial where he's surfing and ended up hanging on the back?
You're the man I've been looking for all my life.
I don't know what to say.
Yes would be good. It's definitely the best.
Kind of a media freak. I always kind of thought you were with the VH1 stuff.
Yeah, I love those. Yeah.
If you do the I Love the 80s, you're all over that show.
70s, 90s, the millennium. Yeah.
And I'm just guessing by listening to your talk that they don't have to show you the clip for you to react to it. You just remember everything about.
Yeah, everything I do on there is improv. They'll allow you to prep some. They'll send you questions or they'll send you a packet of info about what you're going to talk about, and I don't look at any of it. The rule is it has to be a real memory. It has to be something. If I'm reminiscing about something,
so they're not showing you Back to the Future scenes. You just know Back to the Future.
Exactly. Yeah. And they'll go. The part where the bunch, and I'll go, hey, get your damn hands off of her. That's it, and I'll just start doing it. Crispin Glover. Oh man.
Could you just keep going? I mean, the I Love the 80s and 90s could virtually go on forever. There's so much.
You know what's
stuff.
funny is every time they start to do another one, I'm like, we had to have covered pretty much everything, and then they bring up something, and you're like, really, we didn't do Transformers? How did we not do this has got to be a lie. And then I'll go back and watch the other one, and like, we didn't cover that the last time, and we end up doing 3 of them in the case of of I Love the 80s. We've still not done another I Love the 70s, which I think we really could pull off right now, because the music and the look is coming back a lot.
Yeah, but do you remember anything from the 70s?
Absolutely.
Oh,
well, because obviously the first 2 years are a little hazy because I was 1 and 2.
I remember Star Wars.
Right, exactly. But I mean, I bought my first Kiss album when I was 5 years old at a flea market. It was the original album.
Kiss frightened me as a kid.
Your parents let you get Kiss?
As a training tool.
Go over like your roles, like Talk Soup, Queer as Folk. I just keep getting popping in my mind the incredible acting in Spider-Man 2 in the elevator.
Sure, absolutely.
It's incredible.
Well, absolutely. Just holding it down, being able to be in a scene in Spider-Man 2 next to the guy in the suit. This is one of the scenes where it's Toby the entire time. Because they use a lot of stunt guys in that, and it's, and a lot of times what you're seeing of him is voiced over later, because if you wear a mask, it sounds like this all the time. So if you'll notice in the scene itself, because it's really him and we're really improvising, it sounds like this, because this is what Spider-Man would really sound like.
Which is the comedy of it all.
Right. And then in the, in the rest of the movie, he sounds completely like this. Watch out, Dr. Octopus. And you're like, where's the muffled?
But the elevator, they give you the muffle.
Right. Well, it was just because it was real, and they didn't want to dub it back in later and lose the fun of it.
Have you heard about the next one?
Cool Spidey outfit. Thanks. Where'd you get it? I made it. Looks uncomfortable. It gets kind of itchy. It rides up in the crotch a little bit, too.
I'm sure of it.
HalSparks.com. Thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Oh, my pleasure. Absolutely. Nice to meet you guys in person.
Johnjay.